is this?
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant! Chris? Stop it.
Hello, nerds. I don't know what's causing me to want to talk about this. Maybe it's because this is something that people behind Dead by Daylight haven't done before. But here we are. And I feel it would be nice to talk about it. It's not going to be something everybody cares about, but I care about it, I guess. So, there's always that. Some things that are obviously here. There is... Basically, what BHVR is doing is they are setting aside some updates to deal with some problems in the game. This is, I feel, not a bad idea, but it's also a bit of a gamble because this means that this means that there are going to be some things that are not going to be coming to the game. Honestly, I feel it's not a completely bad thing because the next thing that's going to be is this fucking abomination. Why is this coming? Like what are we going to I don't get it. I don't. I used to have respect for that thing as a series, but now it's stupid bullshit. Anyways, so let's just go over... We're going to go over the entire thing that's on here. The details on here are about Phase 1. The devs talk about it in detail, so we'll just go over that first. Dead by Daylight will be undergoing a substantial quality of life initiative, which should address many long-standing concerns and frustrations. Why did I say that like that? Our players have been experiencing. This initiative will take place over the course of 2 phases, the first running from April to June, while the second will run from July to December. For a full look at what's scheduled, check out the roadmap below. And here we are. To accommodate for the scope of this initiative, we have decided to delay several of our upcoming releases, including chapters, rifts, event modifiers, and collections. That means no PTB tomorrow, but rest assured that we did not make this decision lightly. We feel confident that delaying our upcoming releases to prioritize this quality of life initiative will ultimately make Dead by Daylight stronger than ever. We're always listening, and this has been a long time coming. So, everything that's in here in the Part 1 will be part of this. We'll gloss over the Part 2 in a bit. First up is the surrender state. The team has been working on a surrender feature which should limit player frustration on both sides. To get it right, we first need to identify the situation where its use would be appropriate. This has led us to 2 scenarios. All remaining survivors have been slugged, and all remaining survivors are bots. Once these instances occur, players will be able to use the surrender option, ending the trial while retaining the blood points they've earned and escaping the disconnect penalty. I only have one specific issue. For the most part, this is great. I only have one specific issue in that the only way Killer can surrender is if the remaining survivors are bots, which is appropriate, don't get me wrong, but most of the time when I just clearly want nothing to do with the game anymore is when it's very obvious that I've been matched against people I simply cannot handle, and I just want to be done. And I'm fine with just waiting for the game to end, but these same people, more often than not, feel a need to jerk it over a video game. And especially when they're in the fucking exit gates, and you just want to move on with your life, but no, you have to wait here, and you're gonna wait for us to finish pounding it. Pounding it. Pounding it. Pounding it. Pounding it. Like, if I wanted to see 4 supposed adults masturbate, I'd go onto Pornhub. As simple as that. Other than that, okay. The changes that they're doing, only positive, because no survivor wants to play when there's no way for them to get themselves up. And if any of the survivors has a perk that they can pick themselves up, obviously they're not going to surrender. And killers don't want to play with bots. So, yeah. The stuff that they're adding is great. Only complaint is add more. Dead by Daylight can get a little dark, and not just thematically. Sometimes excessive darkness can hinder playability. We're introducing the ability to introduce the gamma settings on all platforms, allowing you to find a sweet spot without sacrificing the intended artistic direction. Everybody's just going to put it up maximum brightness. I don't have an issue with this. Like, if they're going to put it in the game, then do whatever. It's not like people aren't doing it already. I'm just saying it as it is. It's not like it would be the only multiplayer game where you could do that. Go Next Prevention. The Go Next expression refers to instances where a survivor deliberately does everything they can to quickly go to their next game, including walking up to a killer and standing still, running up to a hook and repeatedly pointing at it, or, and most commonly, intentionally failing skill checks while on the hook. To disincentivize and properly penalize this behavior, we'll be implementing measures that will help us identify when a player is attempting to go next. Once identified, they will receive a DC penalty point and lose an entire grade. We'll be keeping an eye on this system to ensure its accuracy, but we're confident that this will help alleviate the issue. On the other hand, we want to reward players who stick it through those challenging matches even when things take a dire turn. We'll be moving forward with a new emblem-based multiplier that grants additional blood points during your following match, with the bonus stacking over consecutive trials. I want to point out I have absolutely no issues with this. It's been getting stupid how quickly people give up on in the game. And we're not talking about like, oh well, it's 2 people left, 3 generators. I might as well just do it so that the other person has a chance to get the hatch. No, it's 5 gens are left. Nobody's been downed. And then somebody gets downed by Freddy within the first 2 minutes. And they decide, oh, time to fuck everyone else. This had to be a thing for a long time now. This absolutely had to be a thing. Now, my issue with this is that it's going to be an automatic system. That means that there is a possibility that times where it is legitimate to let yourself die in the hook, like the situation I just explained, might be part of that. And the system needs to be made so that it errs on the side of caution, that it gives the player the benefit of the doubt. Because most of the time it's really fucking obvious when somebody is just screwing over their entire team because they don't want to play against Freddy. Or, oh, I went down within the first 5 minutes. Bye. But yeah, people that want to try to spawn the hatch for their buddy, that makes sense. That should not be punished. Extreme hiding and body blocking prevention. Extreme hiding refers to survivors drawing out an unwinnable match by ignoring the objective and waiting out the clock. To combat this, we are changing how AFK crows operate, so they can more accurately identify if a player is deliberately avoiding engagement with their gameplay objective. Once a player receives a crow, their location will be immediately revealed. We'll be incorporating a feature that also allows players to lose collision after receiving a third AFK crow, which should prevent instances of body block related griefing. Thank you. This should have been done years ago. I will give the issue that I want to give real quick in a little bit, but there is literally no reason. That is just how it should have been. So that if a survivor has 3 crows, they lose collision and can now walk through the killer or survivor who is blocking them in. There is no reason that should not have been a thing a while ago. The thing is, once they get 1 crow, then they're revealed. And I want to state, This is extremely rare. It has happened to be a total of one time during the entire time I played this. But somebody who is hiding, legitimately hiding in a nearby spot, trying to avoid the killer, and the killer is searching the area for so long, for whatever reason, that a crow spawns on top of you. Like, I wasn't found when that happened, but it is something that happens. Like I said, it's very rare, and the fact that it took as long as it did for them to be searching the area where I was hiding is pretty weird. That is a very minor nitpick. Map offerings. We recognize map offerings are a bit divisive. Some players enjoy them. Kind of people that like to masturbate in the exit gates. While others feel they grant an unfair advantage. The fact they automatically bypass the map and realm repetition system also add to that frustration. They're different things. First off, the map repetition didn't work. Just throwing that out there. But they're different things. Moving forward, map offerings will no longer guarantee the appearance of a given map, but instead increase its chances by 20%. Also, they will not stack. We're looking to make it so map offerings, as well as several other type of offerings, will also be a secret, so that your decision to remain in a match will not be swayed by external factors. I mostly don't have a complaint. If somebody uses a map offering, then it's only 20% chance that's going to happen. It's like, as opposed to, well, I guess I'm just going to the game for the 5th time in a row. That's fucking cool. The fact that it's 20% annoys me, but it doesn't. 20% isn't that big of a deal. Spawn rules. Survivor spawn placement has a significant impact on a trial's outcome, an observation that has been repeatedly recognized by our community. It's clear that survivors spawning separately, and thereby covering more ground, allow them to gain a notable advantage in completing their objective. We're changing the default survivor spawn rules to ensure that each survivor spawns within 12 meters of at least one other survivor on the same floor when possible. To accommodate for this change, shroud offerings will be adjusted accordingly. This is extremely noticeable when you're playing killer, when you have lethal pursuer on, and on certain maps, especially the mountain cabin map, where you usually spawn in the middle somewhere, and you can just look in every single corner and go, oh, I guess I'll just go fuck myself then. Again, it's very, very necessary and should have happened years ago. Improved AFK bot detection. Players that use AFK bots can be frustrating, and we're working on improving our detection so that we can quickly identify and penalize them. Literally the only time I see an AFK bot is farming matches. The killer just turns on a bot, the bot just attacks in the same area, infinity. Yeah, I understand wanting to play this game and it's just a farming match off the bat. I get that. I don't think that's really that big of a deal. Maybe there's part of it I don't know about. Bulk blood point spending. To speed up general blood web activity, we're adding a button that allows you to spend blood points in bulk. Don't know what that means. We'll see it when it happens. Quest system. Announced last year, the quest system is part of a larger update to the archives and rifts, so expect more information in an article specifically dedicated to it. For now, know that we are reworking the challenge system as well as daily rituals to reduce the grind, making it easier to earn rewards and increase the overall level of fun. Again, I don't know what it means. We'll find out. Perk loadouts and preview. After a successful round of testing, we will be allowing players to see their own perk loadouts in the lobby, as well as adding additional perk loadout slots. What? What? I can already see my own loadout. What are you talking about? Just go into the fucking equipment stuff. Just go into the equipment stuff. And you can see your perks there. Why do I need to see my own perks on another part of the lobby? The number of times that I've needed to see that because I forgot or something can be counted on one hand. And I've been playing this game for a long time. Now, what would be great is if we saw our fellow survivor perks so that we can play around that or rage quit early. Disclaimer, this is a joke. I know people will actually do this because they are assholes. I mentioned it before, but it's something that the now ending Dead by Daylight mobile does. So why can't it happen on this game? Unless they're saying that's going to happen? I don't fucking know, man. We believe these changes will be an overall benefit to Dead by Daylight's health, blah, 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 blah. Provide deeper insight into Part 2. So let's take a look at the Part 2 stuff real quick. Anti-slugging and continued improvements. Anti-slugging. I forgot to mention something on anti-slugging, and I've forgotten about it. But yeah, anti-slugging. There is no easy answer. There is no easy answer to anti-slugging. Some people recommended base kit. What the fuck is it? Unbreakable? Yeah, base kit unbreakable. Some people recommended base kit unbreakable. People are going to abuse that. I don't even need to explain how, but just in case, people are going to start bringing sabotage builds more often, and now they don't have to bring a perk so that they can just pick themselves up, which means they're going to be encouraging people to slug just to get a win, and it's going to be a massive pain in the cock. Anti-tunneling, I don't know how much more they can do about that. Anti-camping, same thing. Anti-tunneling, I hate to say it, just gotta bring an anti-tunnel build. If it's really that big of a deal. If you're good enough at the game, somebody tunneling you can be a really big boon for your team. MMR update, I'll believe it when I see it. Map and key item balancing. Yeah, as it is, maps are very bad. It's basically a joke to bring a map if you're not doing it for certain challenges. And keys are somehow worse. Keyboard and mouse on consoles. My favorite part about keyboard and mouse on consoles is that there are actually people that argue that will give people on consoles an unfair advantage, which, shut the fuck up. No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No. Just let people who own a PS5 use a mouse and keyboard. It's not the only game that can do it. Jesus fucking Christ. Custom game improvements. Again, don't know what that is, so we'll find out later. Accessibility improvements. My big thing is that there are certain ways to work with the lullaby. There are a couple of things that need to be addressed, like the spirits. The spirits counter is listening for her when she is phasing and determining where she is based on where you hear that. That's worthless to a deaf person. If you're deaf, I would argue that I'm confused as to why you're playing this game, but accessibility is important. If you're deaf, you're basically playing against the original spirit, which was fucking awful to go against. Prestige rewards, which is good. Reward people for going up to 100. And reduce login steps, whatever that means. Overall, I hope that this pans out because I like this game. I may not like the people that play it all the time. The mass majority of the time, let's be fucking honest. But I like the game. And I'd like for it to succeed. Anyways, this has been Technature Gaming. I will see you later. And have a good one.
Get some DESSERT?
Yeah, dude. I need me a TREAT.
What you guys talking about?
Yeah, why did you guys just spell the
Shut up,
no,
don't say
shh.
Uh, why?
Oh god, how do we tell you this?
Leon, can't spell.
What?
He can't spell. So when we talk about something he wants, we spell it out loud so he doesn't get too excited.
He's a grown man. He can't handle hearing the word treat. Treat?
No treat.
Treat?
No treat.
Treat?
No treat!
Okay, what is happening?
We told you. He gets excited when he hears the word TREAT.
What you talking about?
Taxes.
Oh, shucks.
What? So you guys just treat him like a toddler?
No treat.
Treat?
No treat.
Treat?
No treat. Oh. Dude, you gotta spell if you're talking about FOOD.
Okay, so, are we getting an SNACK?
Snack?
Oh, come on.
Dude, really?
Oh, come on, I spelled it.
Well, he knows how to spell snack.
So he can spell snack, but he can't spell treat? Treat? No treat! Treat? No treat! Treat? No treat!
God damn it!
Okay, he's getting fussy. It's time for an NAP.
Yeah.
What does NAP spell?
Party.